great Biafrans with a great future. I greet you. Good morning, wherever you are listening from me. Depends on your time zone. Good afternoon and good evening. I hereby welcome you to Biafra Universal TV this moment with exciting news, a moment of the reality or realities on the ground of what is happening and what is about to happen for Biafra destinies and futures to be restored in no distant time. Therefore, before we dive into this very news, I want you to subscribe to my channel, like my channel, share my video all over the world, and let them know the authenticity of Biafra record and the foundation of Biafra nation and the sufferings and humiliations, frustrations, relegations, and limitations that Biafrans are passing through in the amalgamated contraction, evil entity called Nigeria. This moment, we are moving with strength, and at the same time, we are moving with the international community because they have discovered the truth and the reality of what we have been lamenting on. Even as I'm talking with you now, there is weeping and wailing in Enugu State because of what Pitamba and Fulani terrorists and Tinubu have done to innocent Biafran citizens. Beheading and killing and raping and kidnapping is the activities of Nigeria government with the Southeast politicians. So I'm here to let you know that their regime is over and their days are numbered as the world powers have come to the knowledge of truth about Nigeria, because before, whatever you are saying, they don't regard it to be the truth. And today, Nigeria is dragging their heads out of the mess they put to themselves. Nigeria government thought that going to India or running to India and France and United Kingdom will help them anymore. And this was why in my previous broadcast, I made you to understand that this 21st century generation of Biafra freedom fighters are not like others and will never be as usual. We shall fight, we shall conquer. We are not killing people, we are not terrorists, we are being vindicated and exonerated by United Nations Constitution as the world power, and at the same time, the whole world have vindicated us to be a peaceful organization who are fighting for their freedom and self-defense, which self-determination and self-defense, none of it or they are not a crime anywhere in the world. And that is why today, jubilation, celebration rocks Biafra land. So, as never before, because United States, United Nations, European countries, and etc., Israel as well, have seconded the motion of Biafra restoration by 2nd December 2024. They have said yes to it. And before they said yes, let me tell you that God had already said yes. Then He left for us who are looking for it, and it is very important to us, because when something is important to you, get up and look for it. Let me quickly give you a biblical injunction, because see, many leaders today from Western world or Europe are Christians. They understand the scriptures. They understand that there is a supreme being called God. They honor God whichever way you feel like you are worshiping your God. Then outrightly, you don't condemn another person's religion. But don't use your religion to intimidate, frustrate, and kill others because they refuse to join your own religion. And that is what is going on in Nigeria. So what I'm telling you this moment is that because they've seen the reality on ground, they have decided to concur with every news coming from Biafra land to be truth. Seriously, you may understand or comprehend something from what I'm saying, or you may not comprehend anything from what I'm saying this moment. But I want to tell you that power have been oozed out from Washington, D.C., that Biafra must, I repeat, must, power, order, authority have come from Washington, D.C., that Biafrans shall exit. Biafra nation shall be restored. And nothing, absolutely nothing will stop it. You see, when you are doing anything where you are doing in this life, if there is anything you should pray against the poverty and illiteracy. Poverty give birth to illiteracy. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I will explain myself. The problem we have been having in this struggle of Biafra restoration have been that the people organized to be around and help to fight from Biafra land for Biafra freedom, they are poor and they are illiterates, such as the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gathered around him, fenced himself around with. They are poor and they are stark illiterates. And this is why they sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They betrayed him because none of them is rich. All of them is poor. All of them is poor and all of them is illiterate. All right? So, because if you have money, there are things you don't put your eyes into. And if you are literate, you are educated, there are things you don't do. And there are people you don't cooperate with. So, this is, call it a mistake that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that jeopardized his movement. But I would say no matter how the jeopardy may look like, Simon Ekpa have weakened the movement with velocity that you cannot stop. The speed you cannot stop. Nobody on earth can stop that speed that Simon Ekpa have moved with. He moved with anger because of the confiscation and kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody of Nigeria, which DSS custody is not a prison. And this is just to testify to you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any offense and he did not do any evil, because if he does what it is within the period of a month or two, he will be sentenced to prison, Kuje prison in Abuja. But because Nigeria government understands that they are wrong and they have been doing evil to Biafrans, and this is why they decided to punish him and to torture him day and night, and to make sure that nobody that hails from Biafra land that talks about Biafra or Biafra identity, just like as one stupid politician from Anambra State who have failed in his life woefully and joined northern terrorist politicians, said that Biafra has died 50 years ago. And I wonder where he is living now, looking for Nigeria political presidential terrorist, presidency. He want to become the president of Nigeria. So, but let me not digress. What I'm telling you is the truth. So, now, Mazi Simon Ekpa came in. And as he was coming in, he came in a standard way. One, he have the same heart with me, the heart of a military, the heart of a soldier. Simon Ekpa was a soldier, a military officer, as I am a military officer. He was a Finland military officer who helped Finland to fight for their own freedom, self-determination, self-defense, Finland independence. He helped them to fight for it. And he is also a senior advocate, call it a SAN, in Finland. So, and Simon Ekpa have contributed immensely to the building of Finland to the standard it is today, internationally and nationally. And you think that such personnel who is above any president of Nigeria can be touched anyhow without the whole world reacting. So what I'm telling you now is that Simon Ekpa is coming out. He come out with this mentality of founding literates around him, educated people around him. And again, when he was forming his own security outfit, which I am the first person to bring that idea that there's no nation that can stand without militaries, without soldiers, navies, air force, ground soldier, detectives, and etc. And I think he listened to me. When he was forming his own military, he formed the military in such a way that no military on earth that can defeat them. Biafra Liberation Armies are very standard. Let me not say that they are standing out internationally, but they are one of the most powerful militaries on earth. And just wait, in few months to come, you are going to see what is called professional militaries, police officers, CIDs, FBIs, and the rest of them in Biafra land. As I'm talking with you now, every modality is in place. Everything is settled. What I'm telling you now is what made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to fall a victim in the hand of Nigeria and Igbo politicians. And I'm telling you what have made Simon Ekpa so successful today that we can beat our chest and said, Simon Ekpa have finally brought Biafra nation to reality for us so that we can enjoy peace and harmony in the land of our nativity without fear, without favor, without any intimidation, without invaders, without terrorism and banditry. And because of this reason, I am telling you, more security officers are coming down to Biafra land to make sure that the needful is done without further delay. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Biafrans, wherever you are listening to me this moment, you should understand that this music is not for children, it is for adults, because tough meat are for those who are of age. I'm talking to you as a father. I'm talking to you as a brother. I'm talking to you as a general. I'm talking to you as a military officer. I'm talking to you as a detective for many years in the system. But some of you have been wondering, why is it so that I don't want to come out, show myself? I've shown you myself severally. But this time around, I decided I will not do that again because this is war we are fighting. Another Nigeria, Biafra's second civil war. Are you getting it now? So everything about me, my website, everything is closed down until I have gotten what I need. I want to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out of the DSS custody. And I want to see Biafra Nation declared and restored. You will not hear my voice again. I will tell you, bye-bye. We shall always meet and we shall always talk. And the topic is going to change on how to modernize Biafra land, on how to begin to live like human beings in Biafra land. Do you know that in those days, in Biafra land, you can leave your door open and go to farm in the morning and return in the evening, and not even a pin or your kitchen knife will be lost. Nothing will go wrong. But can you do that today? We are going back to that life that gives us joy. That security will be everywhere, and Biafra land shall be sophisticated with high presence of international and professional security officers being trained by the standard, countries. And they must be Biafrans. They must be Biafrans, Igbos, that speaks what you hear, that understands your culture, your tradition, understands your pains, and understands your movements. So, my brothers and my sisters, what I'm telling you now, you can see your prime minister clapping hand. You can see the senator, Honorable Uche, clapping hand as well. So, many questions filled many of you's heart about me. Who am I? And where am I coming from? I made myself clear to you. I'm Onye Igbo Kamo, from around this rug, ndị ogbu onye ọma. So, anaghị m asụ Hausa, anaghị m asụ Yoruba, but m na-asụ asụsụ dị iche iche. Ọ dị ka Hausa language, ama m ka esi asụtụ ya ọfụma. Yoruba, ana m asụ ya. Swahili, ana m asụ Swahili, ana m asụ French. So, let it be here.